Hey honeys, welcome back and thank you so much for tuning in today. So honeys, today's video is the second part of our high porosity video. Okay, as you saw, the first part was long. Okay, so I decided to leave this bit and make it a part 2. Okay, so you can see I haven't gone anywhere, I'm still here. Okay, so we're gonna go straight into the next part. Now the first part we talked about what high porosity was. Okay, we also talked about how to tell if you have high porosity hair. We talked about the causes of high porosity hair, and then we talked about the pros and cons. We talked about the advantages and disadvantages of high porosity hair. And in this part, we're going to talk about how to look after your high porosity hair, how to make your high porosity hair happy. Okay, the product to use, the product not to use, the do's and don'ts of high porosity hair, and answer the question, can we change high porosity hair? Okay, so let's go straight into the video. When it comes to caring for high porosity hair, the goal here, okay, is to reverse the damage caused to your cuticles. Okay, that's if you acquired it through self-infliction, and also to be able to retain the moisture that your hair struggles to retain. That's if it's through self-infliction or natural high porosity. Okay, and these tips I'm going to share with you, okay, will help you achieve that goal. First one will be use products, okay, that restores moisture to your hair. Okay, because your hair struggles, okay, actually to keep it moisture. So make sure you use products that restores moisture to your hair and also seals in the moisture. To use low manipulation styling. Okay, so this means that styling that involves less touching of your hair. Okay, leave your hair in protective styles. Okay, a lot of the time, like box braids, bantu knots, twist. Okay, basically just leaving your hair alone. Okay, because when you have your hair in protective styles, you hardly brush your hair, comb your hair and all that. Okay, now low manipulation styling, okay, and leaving your hair in protective styles, give your hair a break. Okay, and avoid the over manipulation. Bantu knots is a great way of retaining moisture in your hair, because it actually keeps your strands all together. Okay, and so it's hard for the moisture to come out of your hair. Okay, twist is also another way of keeping moisture in your hair. Okay, because you put all your strands together. Okay, so these two are brilliant, and box braid is also good. And then another good one also is keeping your hair under wigs. Okay, wearing wigs, it will keep your hair away from over manipulation. Constant combing, brushing, stretching your hair will be too much for your fragile hair. Okay, so try and keep your hair in protective styles, okay, to avoid this over manipulation. And don't forget to keep moisturizing your hair whilst your hair is still in protective styles, like your bantu, your braids, your twist. Okay, and even when your hair is under your wigs, make sure you are constantly moisturizing it. Don't ignore it. Number 3, condition your hair. Okay, at least once a week. Okay, condition your hair at least once a week. Even if you have to do it 3 times a week, do it. Okay, depending on how dry your hair gets. Okay, because with high porosity hair, your hair is constantly dry. Okay, but you will know whether you have to do it once a week or 3 times a week. Okay, study your hair, know how much moisture and hydration your hair needs. Okay, and always use your leave-in conditioners, and after that, sealing with oils. Okay, it will help your hair to hold on well to the oils. Okay, so make sure your hair is constantly moisturized. Okay, make sure you are conditioning your hair, okay, at least once a week. Okay, and if you can, more than once a week. Even if you have to do it every day, do it. 4, detangle your hair gently. Okay, do not be rough on your hair. Okay, be very gentle, be very patient. Okay, if you have to do your hair on a day that you're busy, okay, and you think you're going to be too rough on your hair, leave it for another day when you're not going to be busy, so you can have more time and be patient with your hair, because your hair is very fragile, so you have to be very careful, else it will break, it will just snap. Okay, with the slightest roughness, your hair will break. Okay, and also use detanglers, okay, to give your hair a good slip. Okay, so that it will be easy for you and your hair, okay, it will be easy for you to detangle. Number 5, avoid sulphates, parabens, okay, and silicones. Okay, these ingredients in products, okay, can take so much natural oils from your hair. Okay, it can pull so much of your natural oils. Okay, so please check the labels on the product you buy. Okay, and make sure it doesn't have sulfates in there, parabens, okay, and silicones. Okay, like for instance, we normally go for this, okay, your shampoo. So we use sulfate free okay, cream of nature, sulfate free. It says, you can see there, sulfate free shampoo. Okay, so these are some of the things you have to consider. Number 6, use lukewarm water to wash your hair, okay, instead of hot water, because hot water will raise the cuticles, okay, and cause more damage to your hair. Okay, so use lukewarm water to wash your hair instead of hot water. Even if you have to use cold water, depending on how porous your hair is, use cold water. Okay, just avoid hot water to wash your hair and also to condition. Number 7, please try and minimize heat on your hair, okay, especially direct heat. Okay, so using things like your blow dryers after washing your hair, if you can avoid it, okay. Just air dry your hair, because your hair dries easily anyway, because the cuticles are raised, okay, and using a lot of heat on your hair can cause more damage to the cuticles. Okay, so also using things like your hot tools, okay, your straighteners and stuff like that, if you can avoid them, avoid it. But if you have no choice and you have to use your hot tools, then please use heat protectant product on your hair before using the hot tools on your hair. Okay, also when you're deep conditioning your hair, you don't use heat on your to deep condition your hair. You don't need the heat to deep condition your hair. Again, your cuticles are raised, okay, they're open, okay, so it's easy for the product to be absorbed by your hair, so you don't need any extra effort, okay, by adding heat to your hair to get it, you know, the hair to absorb the product. You don't need it. You don't need heat, okay, to deep condition your hair. Just, you know, put the product in and you're good to go. Tip number 8, avoid ingredients, okay, that will lift your cuticles even higher and get it more opened. Okay, so I'm talking about ingredients like baking soda, okay, it will lift your cuticles. Okay, so instead of doing baking soda rinses, do apple cider rinses rather, okay, to flatten the cuticle. 9, use the LCO method, okay, in applying products to your hair. Okay, so what do I mean by LCO? So that means use your liquidy product in your hair first, put your liquidy product in your hair first, and then your creams next, okay, and then finally apply your oil to your hair to seal in the moisture, okay, because remember, your hair struggles, okay, to retain moisture. When you put it in, it goes out straight away. Okay, so when you put the liquid product, okay, and then the cream, so the liquid product, which is easy, which is more lighter and it can evaporate quickly, okay, that goes in your hair first, and then your creams, okay, and then your oil, okay, so that the oil, which is the sealant, will seal in the moisture, will seal in the product and prevent them from coming out. It will lock them in your hair. So use the LCO method, okay, which is the liquid first, okay, then your liquid or leave-in first, okay, and then your cream, okay, and then your oil. 10, use satin scarves, okay, and bonnets, okay, when sleeping, okay. Cover your hair with satin scarves and bonnets, okay, when sleeping, so that the material, okay, that you sleep on does not absorb all the moisture, does not absorb the oil in your hair. Okay, you can also use satin pillowcases, okay, it will help to retain the moisture in your hair. Include hot oil treatments in your hair care regime, okay, incorporate hot oil treatments in your hair care regime, okay, to seal in the moisture, okay, and also use products like butter and oils in your shampoo. Tip number 12, use cotton smooth fibre, okay, use cotton smooth fibre to dry your hair instead of rigorously drying your hair with the normal towel, okay, because normal towels actually can cause frizz to your hair, okay, and over dry your hair. So 13, trim your hair regularly, okay, trim your hair regularly, because split ends are very common in high porosity hair, okay, and the problem with split ends, if it's left for long, okay, split ends can travel up your hair, okay, so then it can cause damage to the healthy part of your hair, okay, your new growth. So try and trim your hair regularly. 14, avoid leaving your hair loose, okay, regularly, okay, so avoid leaving your hair out loose regularly, okay, because leaving your hair out loose, okay, can cause a lot of tangles, okay, and that can lead to breakage, okay. So instead of leaving your hair loose, a lot of the time can keep your hair in things like twists, okay, because twists actually group your hair strands together, and when your hair strands are together, okay, they are more stronger, okay, and that can help prevent breakage, okay. So avoid leaving your hair loose, okay, avoid leaving your hair out loose a lot of the time. So tip number 15, honeys, Ayurvedic herbs. Honeys, Ayurvedic herbs is your friend if you have high porosity hair, okay? And what do we preach about on this channel? Using Ayurvedic herbs to grow your hair, okay? Now you can see I used Ayurvedic herbs to grow my high porosity hair out, okay? And you can see from my roots, okay, to the middle of my hair, you can see the strength in the hair. You can see the thickness, okay, compared to the top of my high porosity hair, okay? Because with Ayurvedic herbs, guys, you are avoiding all the chemicals in the shop bought products, okay? And Ayurvedic herbs also prevent your hair from getting frizz, okay? And it gives your hair that deep conditioning that you need, okay? It deep conditions your hair so well, okay, giving your hair all the nutrients, okay, that your hair needs. I'm talking about using things like amla, fenugreek, moringa, okay, cloves, name them, shebe, ambunu. I'm talking about all these natural ingredients, okay, for your hair. Trust me, high porosity hair loves Ayurvedic herbs, so go for the herbs, go for the Ayurvedic herbs, go for the natural ingredients, and put away the chemicals, okay, in the shop bought product. Put away the shop bought product and just try and see, using just the natural ingredients, your hair will love it. Your hair will just love it and transform so much, so that even if you're high porosity, naturally your hair will continuously look healthy with Ayurvedic products that will adjust your pH balance, okay, your pH level. So I'm talking about products like aloe vera. I'm talking about products like apple cider vinegar, okay? These products will flatten your cuticles, okay, and seal in the moisture, okay? Apple cider rinses is a great idea. It's great, okay, to balance your pH level. Also consider using products that reduces frizz, okay? So products like jojoba oil, grapeseed oil. Next tip, okay, is sealing your products, okay, your moisture, okay, with butters, okay, and grease, okay? So what do I mean? After you've put in your products, after you put in your moisture, make sure you go in next with your butter and your grease, okay? Because butters and grease are heavy enough to lock in the moisture, okay, so that your hair doesn't lose them easily, okay? So always go in after your products, after your moisturizers, your moisture, put in butters or grease, okay? Now if you're not a big fan of butters and grease, then go in with heavy oils like castor oil, okay, so that it will lock in the moisture. It's a good idea, okay, to use heavier creams, okay, and thick butters, okay, to lock in the moisture, okay? A great example is shea butter. Shea butter is really good, okay, to keep in the moisture, okay? Also you can use olive oil. It's a great idea because olive oil is one of the few oils that can actually penetrate your hair shaft, okay? Now honey is my final tip, okay, and super effective, okay, is to do protein treatment, okay, on your hair. Now high porosity hair has a lot of similarities to damaged hair, even when your hair is not damaged, okay, because of the raised cuticles that, you know, you can also see in damaged hair from over manipulation, bleaching your hair, hot stool. Doing protein treatments on your hair will actually fill in the gaps, okay, the gaps and the holes, okay, in your hair cuticles, and make your hair stronger, okay, preventing breakage, okay? Now protein treatment also thickens your hair. It makes your hair thicker, okay, and it improves elasticity, okay? An example of protein treatment, okay, is egg hair mask, okay? The high amount of protein found in eggs can give your hair that extra strength, okay? So please try and incorporate protein treatments, okay, in your hair care. Rice water also has a good amount of protein, okay? It has a high percentage of protein, which can also help patch up the weak and damaged areas on your hair cuticle. So incorporate rice water rinses, okay? Do rice water rinses, but with rice water rinses, do it moderately, okay? Don't do too many. So once a week is okay, and always moisturize your hair after doing rice water rinse. Protein treatments also create a thin film okay, over your hair strands. Okay, so it's super beneficial for high porosity hair. So even if you do it once a month, okay, it will improve your elasticity. So honeys, these are a lot of tips I have shared with you. Okay, incorporate them, try them in your hair care regimes, okay, and see your hair improve. Okay, see your hair transform from the high porosity to the low porosity or normal porosity. That's if you acquired it through, you know, unhealthy hair practices. And even if it's from birth, okay, if you're quite it naturally as well, okay, try these tips, okay, so that it will help to keep your hair healthy. So now the question, can high porosity hair change? The answer is yes, high porosity hair can change, okay. That is if you acquired it, you know, through unhealthy hair practices. That is if it's self-inflicted high porosity hair, it can change, okay, by practicing these tips that I have shared with you, okay, these healthy hair practices I have shared with you. You can practice them to be able to change your high porosity hair from high porosity to low or normal porosity, like I did. Okay, as you can see, now I'm growing out my high porosity hair and it's halfway, you know, out there with my normal porosity hair coming back. Okay, so yes, you can change. However, the answer is no for those who were born with high porosity hair. So if you have naturally highly porous hair, if your high porosity hair is from birth, okay, if you acquired it naturally, then no, you will not be able to change your high porosity hair, okay, because you were born with it and you're going to have high porosity hair all your life. However, you can practice these tips I've shared with you, okay, to make sure your high porosity hair is always healthy. Be patient, okay, and see your hair actually improve, okay, over time. Okay, it can take weeks, okay, to see a difference. It can take months, okay, because we are all different and our hair, you know, behave differently, okay, and responds differently to treatments, routines, and products, okay. Do not compare your hair to other people, okay, because we are all different and our hair grows differently, okay. Study your hair, okay, know what works for your hair and what doesn't work for your hair, what works better for you and what doesn't, okay, what your hair likes, what your hair doesn't like, okay, and stick with it, okay, and be patient, okay, and it will be worth the wait. Trust me, it will be worth the wait. Thank you so much for sticking with me. It has been amazing making these high porosity videos, okay, and the whole hair porosity series. It has been fun, exciting, it has been amazing, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Now you know your hair porosity. I hope you've learned, okay, you know how to look after your hair porosity, whether it's low, high or normal, you know, okay. I'm so happy because when I read the comments, okay, some of you are so happy to know your hair porosity and how to look after it, and you're ready to go for all the healthy hair practices, okay, to get the healthy hair you're looking for. Thank you so much, and those sharing your stories, thank you so much. And a big thank you to all our new subscribers, and a big thank you to all our returning subscribers. You know I love you to the moon and back, honeys, you know. Thank you so much, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you love this video, please give us a thumbs up, okay, give us a like. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, okay. There will be so many tips I'm going to share with you, okay. So also you can actually share my hair growth journey with me. As I mentioned previously in the previous video, I'm going on a hair growth journey. I'm starting to grow my hair again, so let's do this together. If you're also growing your hair, if you're starting, let's share ideas, okay. There's a lot of tips we're going to share on here, so please do subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, okay. And please share. As I always say, you never know who it will help out there, okay. It could help anybody, someone who's having hair issues, okay, somebody who doesn't understand why their hair is behaving the way it is, you know, share with them. They might never know that they have, you know, they might not know their hair porosity, okay, and might be using wrong products, the wrong, okay, things on their hair, okay, and also actually doing the wrong things to their hair, okay, which is causing the issues they're having with their hair. So please share, okay. Thank you all so much once again, okay. Really appreciate you all. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.